which is quite an honor. And she was kind enough to come back and visit us today to share her presentation with you to give an idea of how your presentation would go on Wednesday. So when we get to the point of applause, hopefully you'll all remember that this is how we should show our applause to Elena. Okay? All right. Thank you.
Okay, so you might have this on gender, age, and emotional intelligence. What is emotional intelligence? Look. The ability to monitor your own feelings and emotions, figure out what they are, and use the information to guide your thinking and actions. So I use one definition. There are a few definitions. Mayer, Sutherland, Caruso have one definition. And there have been proven in different studies that there's an age and gender difference. For example, women and older people tend to have higher perceived emotional intelligence. So why do we study emotional intelligence? It helps us understand each other, understand ourselves, and work better together. So I have 3 research questions. One for the gender difference for emotional intelligence, age difference, and also for the interaction between gender and age. So I use a 2x2 between subjects factoring of design. 2 independent variables, gender and age, so there were 4 conditions. A younger woman, an older woman, a younger man, and an older man. So the 2 levels of independent variable, man, woman, independent variable, age, young and middle age. The dependent variable was perceived emotional intelligence. There are 4 different parts for dependent variable. You might have 1 part, but I have 4. These correlate with the definition of emotional intelligence. Managing emotions, perceiving emotions, understanding your emotions, and using emotions to facilitate thinking. So I have 12 hypotheses. I hypothesized that the woman would have higher ability compared to the man in different levels. The older person would have higher ability than the younger person. The older woman would have higher ability than the older man, younger man, and younger woman. For my participant data, I had 82 participants. The age ranged from 18 to 39 with a mean of 18 to 19 years old. The gender of participants, there were 17 men, but 65 women, so there's a bigger number of women compared to men. That might have affected my results. I forgot to put in the ethnicity, but it's important for future studies. Participant rights were given to everyone first. Then I gave participants 1 of 4 scenarios. All the stories are the same, but they have different characters, like a younger man, younger woman. So you would have 1 story with a character. And then they finished 4 questions related with what they thought the character would have for emotional intelligence. So you're looking at the character, what do you think they would respond like? And then we collected all the sheets. They did the demographics, also a manipulation check to make sure they knew if the participants had that specific, if the character per scenario had that specific gender and age. Make sure they're not thinking about something else while answering the question. They're doing what I measure. And then I sent them the email with the brief. And this is the script of the experiment check. What I said, make sure everything with each group was consistent. This is a scenario. All the stories the same as different characters. So the concept is that a student, in this case, the person got a woman that was younger. The student is doing this e-sign and in a study group, and working really, really hard, and then someone else in the group takes credit for what she's done. What do you think the woman will do? Do you think she will respond well or not emotionally intelligent? That's our perception of the character. these are the scales would evaluate the character between 1 to 7. Not true, somewhat true, or very true. These are the 4 different parts of emotional intelligence. So the character will be able to manage her emotions, be able to read the other group members' emotions well, understand her own emotions, will use her own emotions to guide her thinking. Oh, one interesting thing. This can be used in different cultures, like they did this in England, they did this in the Spanish language, so it's not just English America. You can do different things. So that scale is really reliable. This is the demographics form. They check the participant's gender and age, as well as if they know what the character's gender and age was too. In future studies, I want to see if your gender and age correlate with your evaluation of gender and age, if you have a personal effect on that. And this is the brief I sent out to everyone. Okay, these are the results. Not very significant, that's all right. But, interesting, the interaction was a significant part of it. F was 4.248, MSC was 8.860, P value was less than 0.05, which means it's significant, 0.043. M squared is 0.052. Nothing else was significant. These are the results of the means. Okay. For independent variable 1, gender, there was no significance shown. This went in a different direction than my hypothesis. I thought women would score higher in perceived emotional intelligence, but men scored higher. Interesting, that happened in my experience. For age, it did the same direction as my hypothesis. I thought older people would score higher for emotional intelligence. It did. So you can see that. For the interaction, there are 4 different parts of emotional intelligence. Remember, 3 were not significant. 1 was. So, perceiving emotion, managing emotion, understanding emotion were not significant. But, using your own emotions to facilitate thinking was significant. You can see is significant. That means it's interaction crossover. The effect of age depends on the level of gender, and the effect of gender depends on the level of age. I'm surprised because it says that older men have higher perceived emotional intelligence. Men, older, have to do more research on that. We'll see. No bias here. Okay. Limitations. I had a lot of limitations that really affected my experiment. There's internal ability that were a lot of interruptions during my experiment. For example, the door kept opening. I took a lot of time passing out papers. I could have had another person or two to help me. And also, one interesting thing, my interpreter told me after the experiment that people were using headphones and on their phone, listening to music. I didn't know that, so I have to say, please turn off your technology. You have to turn off your devices. There's also constructability. There's a difference between perceived emotional intelligence, actual emotional intelligence, filling out a form and validating yourself, and looking at someone else and thinking, what are they like? That's very different. So some studies say, yeah, they're the same. Some studies say it's different. So that's still to be researched. And the scale, there are different scales out there. I use state. There's also the TMAT. That's it. Have to experiment with that. Also, there might be a gender bias in the workplace that men or women might be better. My conclusion. We study emotional intelligence so our employees can avoid burnout, work better together, have a better attitude. It's really important. And like the research says, if you understand yourself, have higher emotional intelligence, you will feel better, work better, and just have better psychological situation. And future studies can look at gender, ethnicity, different environments like families in school. There's many, many, many different opportunities. I really enjoyed doing this study, and I hope to continue in the future. Thank you.
Are there any questions? Any questions for Elaine?
Questions?
Very clear. This is awesome.
Yeah, well, because you know, you all have questions when you present, so I thought maybe you have some. Good.
What was the theory that you kind of related this to or used?
What theory did you base this upon?
Oh, what theory? Well, right now they're defining this, and there are different experiments that the gender difference, their emotional intelligence, age difference. Some studies put them together, but I wanted to see if it happened in the workplace. If in the workplace it would be a difference, because in different situations people have different levels. I have to go back to my study. I did this months ago, but there are different studies. They're all a little bit different, not exactly like it.
Was it Gardner's theory of emotional intelligence?
Yes, part of that. Yes.
Part of that, yeah, so. Anybody else?